On this session, we will learn how to do the counting with the help of the tablet, and we will learn about the coding of the button, which color belongs to which one, how many way you can filter the merchandise, how to use the calculator in the system, and how to find out the dead stock, and if you like to replace and deduct the item from the inventories, it's right over here. And the last is how to replace the location if the location is missing in the system. So let's start with learning the coding system first. Okay, from here, this is the main menu. You have to click the tablet and you have to click all inventory count. So let's just want to show you again. We have to learn the coding of the color. Okay, all this blue color that you see, and you can see all the lines and everything, is only for the display purpose. Like over here is a backstock, which is a default. If you like to see the order, you have just click over here and this become order. After that, all the section over here will become order for you. And if you like to see the front inventory, if you click, all the front inventory will come over here. This we usually use for the cigarettes and everything. And if you click the shelf display, means how many you can put on the shelf for the display. And the L date means is the last purchase date, which will be right over here. So all the blue color that you see is basically bringing the things right over here for you. So I'm going back to my backstock again. And this is all the blue color for that thing. And secondly, this is all the history of every item will be right over here in the black color. You can see that thing. And the green color is basically to go up, down, how many button is up and down is all this green color, and this green color. And if you like to go down, you can just go down. So you can see this going down. You can go up. You can go all the way to the top. You can go all the way to the bottom. You can go like a 5 line down. You can just put 5. The 5 is over here, and just click this over here. It will just bring you 5 line down to you. Up, and this is up by mistake. And suppose if there is a 5 and if I put it down, it will just go 5 line down for you. If you like to go 100 line down, you can just put 100 and you can just hit down line. You can go to 100 line down. I'm going to go to the top now. So this is all this thing. And this color coding, you can see the number over here and this number and this number. This thing works with this number. If you like to see that how many days that the merchandise you did not sell any merchandise for last 365 days. So 365, and then you put the dead stock. All this item that you see over here that we did not sell it for last 165 days. And let me show you the date so you can see the full date properly. So these are all the items that we did not sell it for last 1 year, all the dead item. And then we can think about what to do with it. So that's called the dead stock. And I'm going to refresh the screen again. And this is all the inventory that you see over here, 25, 8, 6, 5. If you like to change this inventory to 24 again, 24, and you update it, so this become 24. If you like to make it a 5 inventory, so you can make it a 5. Just want to go back again to the 24. If you like to look at the history of this thing, particular item, how much did you lose, you can click the history section, and like all the black is the history. You can see lost history. So you can see it was a 25 unit. There was one was short. This become 24. So this we just did it right now. If you go over here, and if you look at the history.
For that, you'll need to unlock your phone.
And you can look at the history for that thing. And remember, it used to be 4. We make it 5, or so you click it over here. You can see it was 8, and we deduct 3, and there was a 5 after that. So you make any changes, it stay in the history. And if you like to go for the purchase history for this thing, just click it over here, and you can see the purchase history. So it will let you know when did you purchase this thing. and how much you paid for each case, how many comes in a quantity, and what is our each cost. So the same way you can see the sales history, you can just say sales history, you can go all the bottom and you can see whatever the item that you sold for that price. So that's how it's going to work out, the history, sales histories, and the loss history right over here. And now we'll start working on counting the inventory. And let me bring the screen again. So this is the way that you can learn about the coding that we discussed about. Now we'll talk about the vendor and counting the swing rate by the vendor. Suppose if the Coca-Cola guy came over here and you would like to, if you like to count the Coca-Cola product, so you can just click it over here and you can put a COC, done, and you click vendor. So all the Coca-Cola product is right over here. And if you click the location, then all this item that you see over here doesn't have a location. First, we need to make sure that it should have a location properly. And then this is the S44, this on the shelf, and this is the vault, like the cooler. So all this Coca-Cola product is right over here. So if you can go over here and if you can start counting it, and you find out this is not a 5-piece, this is 5 pieces of 8-piece, you can just put 5 and you can put inventory. So this becomes 5. When you count this thing, or you found that it's not 16, it's 17, you can do 17 and update inventory. So this becomes 17. On this one, we are not using the back stock, but in some case we will be using a back stock, which I'm going to discuss about that also. So in that way you count all the stuff. If this is 8, you can just say update. Okay, I'm sorry, but I put my mistake. It's supposed to be update right away. If this is the 8, you can just click update. If the 15 is okay, you can click 15. This is not a 5, this is a 4. It's a 4-piece only, so you put 4. So the system do keep the track. But anyway, from this, it was 5, we make it 4. If I can go to the loss history, I can see over here it was a 5, it make it into 4, and it done through our laptop. So you do keep the track for that thing also. So that's the way that you do your inventory count by the vendor. This is all the vendors. Now, at this moment, usually we need to focus on how to count the inventory with the order. So I'm just showing you again. So the guy is going to make the order for you. Like for example, from here we can generate the order, like Coca-Cola, example. And we have generated the order. And so it's just showing like we need to order one of this, one case of this, one case of this. So I can filter the order. So this is all the orders generated right over here. I'm going to say, you know what, transfer this order to the tablet. Okay, so I can click over here, order to the tablet. This will transfer. They say yes, and replace the order with 0. That's fine. No, order transfer to the tablet. Now, when we find out if we need to count the stock before we place the order, if we go over there, I'm sorry, you have to go and put your password again. This is a security system. I'm going to say filter the order. First you have to make the order over here, right? You have to filter the order. And you can see the view the order. So all this item that you make the order is right over here. So we have to make sure that all the inventory is okay before we place the order. So we can go down, okay, and we count the item, and this is, yeah, this is all the 0 piece. That's the reason the order is generated. And if it's a 5 piece, I can put 5 update, and I don't need to order this thing, so I can put 0 and I can put order right over here. So this order becomes 0 now. So this is not going to count over there anymore because we already have a 5 unit. So that's the way we are going to calculate all our orders. And so now let me explain to you how the backstock work. So before we use the backstock, we have to initialize the backstock. So you just click initialize the backstock. and all the back stock is 0 right now. The whole quantity is 0. And if you like to filter the back stock to see whether there is any back stock or not, if you can filter the order, there should be nothing over here because all the back stock is 0. I'm going to refresh the screen again. So now, like, we can go to certain section, like by the scanning system. So we'll scan some item like gum, candy, something that's on the back stock that's not in the front. Okay. So just assume that we have counted, and we have put in some back stock over there. There's a two way that the back stock is going to come. If you scan the item, if anything, that amount you put over here, that will come in the back stock automatically. Suppose if I put 5, and if I put the quantity, the 5 is right over here. If I scan anything now, so the 5 comes automatically over here. If I scan anything, the 5 will keep on coming over there automatically. If you put like a 1 and click it over there, and if I scan it again, now this will become 6 automatically. You can see that thing. If I do it again, this becomes 7. And as long as you keep on scanning it, keep on adding up 1 over there. Now suppose if you are over here, and if you have a back stock of 5 pieces, I'm just showing you. And if you say update the back stock, so the back stock is over here. Over here, it was a 4-piece back stock, so 4 is over here. And just as you nasal spray, we have like 6 on the back stock. So if you do all those things, and now I'm going to show you how to filter the back stock. You click it over here. This is the back stock is right over here. Now when you're counting in the front and you say there is 100 in the front, right? So if I put 100 over here, now first make it reset it, make it 0. Reset it 0, click 0. Okay, that don't make a difference. Okay, suppose if over here there is this is the back, there's 7. There is 100 in the front, so I can put 100. And if I update the inventory, it will automatically 100 plus 7. This become 107, and this will become 0 after that. Okay, 107 plus 110. Okay, I'm sorry, and this becomes 0. Suppose if there is a 5 in the front, right? So if I put 5, so 5 and 6, this should become 11, and this should become 0. My mistake. Okay, this is 0. Like if I put 5. Inventory, this become inventory. Oh, I'm sorry. This is, if it's the same item, if it's duplicate item, it will keep on adding automatically. So you have to click over here to replace it. It should be replaced, not that thing. I'm going back over there again. Suppose if you take a 5 example, 5 is a back stock, okay, and if I'm over here, and if I say I have like a 6 in the front. So 6 plus 5 is 11, and this becomes 0. Making sure that this is a very important thing. So otherwise it's going to mess up a little bit. Okay, over here, it's just letting you use a duplicate item means that this has been counted before. So it will add up automatically if you're going in the back stock mode. And you can see there is nothing in the front. There is a 5 on the back. So you have to move there is a 0. I'm sorry, just put 0, update it. So 0 plus 5 is 5, and this becomes 0. So this becomes 5, this becomes 0. And if you found there is a 2 in the front, so you can put 2 and update. So this becomes 6 and this becomes 0. It's a little bit complicated, but once you keep on doing it, you will really understand how to do that thing. But this is all practicing. Okay, now I'm going to refresh again. Now you start counting this thing. Example. And so before, it's like a 24. Suppose if take this example. Is 124 piece total we have it. So it's not going to be on one place, obviously, right? So it has to be like just assume that on the back you find out there is a 50 piece on the back. You put 50 and update. 50 is on the back. Okay, you keep on counting and counting and counting. Then again, when you scan the item, you are right over here, and you find out. On the second location there is like a 20 more pieces, right? So I can just put 20 plus inventory. So this become calculator mode now, okay? And I can just say on another place there was a 10 more unit, so you can push calculator, the plus over here. So like a 30 unit now. And in the front you find out there was 100 in the front. And you plus, so you have 130. So you found that you're 130. Now this time don't tap anything and just press the plus. This 130 will go right over there. So this become 130. Now you have to just press update the inventories, and this will update your inventory automatically out that time. Or 130 plus 50 will come automatically over there. Sorry. 130 plus 150. Oh, so this will update this back stock now. Now if you will count over there, and if there is a 5 piece in the front, just 5 piece in the front, and you would like to say update the inventory, so it's just being a 130 plus 5, it should be 135, and this should become 0. If you update the inventory, it's become 135 and this becomes 0. So there's a plus and all those things too. Okay, now another example is a PKQUN. Hope that we have a PKQN. Okay, example. Now suppose if this is a candy, it comes in a 24 in a case. This is not the case quantity. And when you're counting this candy and you find out that from the box only 2 pieces you sold, so instead of counting 22, you have to just see how much you sold. So you can just say 2, and you can just click it right over here. This right over here. So the 5 is over here. Example. Okay, repeat again. Okay, I'm just showing you. Okay, reset it. Okay, suppose over here it's a 24 in a case, and you found it as a 2 is you have only sold 2, and you don't know how many come in a case, but the system knows it 2. So you can just put 2, and you can just click it right over here. So the 2 come right over here, and this what it is, right? 2 become over here. Now you have to just say that you have 2 that you sold. I mean 2 piece you have sold it, right? Now let me give you example again. Okay, suppose if this is the case, okay, and over here 24 in a case. Now you have to just say how much you sold in a box. It's easy to count how much you sold than to count how much in a case if it's almost fill up the case. So you say that you have sold 2 pieces. Okay, no problem. Just put 2 and just click it over here. So this becomes 22 automatically. Now you can just say update inventory. So the 22 comes there automatically. Suppose over here it's like a 12, but you can just see it was he just sold 1 only. So just put 1, deduct inventory. So this become 11 and update the inventory. So I'm sorry, I put this, but I'm supposed to update inventory over here. I'm learning to. Okay, just over here, and you just say 1 you sold. So it was 24, now it become 23, and just update this thing. So this become 23 inventory. So you can use the reverse also. Instead of counting the whole thing, whatever you sold, just click it over there, and the rest will become a part of that will count automatically for you. So that's the way that you do a reverse counting. Okay, scanner. And we talk about scanner. When you scan some item, it will automatically put into the system, but we'll do more example. And there is a shelf system. Like if you can go to any particular vault and you can count the whole vault or the cooler. You can just click it over there. You say W04, the cooler door number 4, done, and you say location. And I need a location over here, so I have to click it over here. Go for the location, and you click it over there. So now you can count the whole door, or you can go by shelf, like S. I don't know, it's going to come or not. S12 location. No, there is nothing in this. Like S34 done location. Okay, so S34 we have all this Hibachi, Valentina, and all those things over here. So this is all the item that's on the shelf right now. And you know how to read the shelf. If you don't know, then go for the shelf sequencing, and you'll understand how to read this shelf from here. So now, okay, over here you start counting it and you found out there is a 5 piece of this. Just put 5. 5 is right, update inventory. This become 5 and you count this one, and there is a 4 piece of this, 4, update inventory. And you keep on counting and you can update your inventory accordingly over here. So you can count all this inventory that way. And so you know the location, shelf, vendor, you have to understand all those things. And you can filter the back order, back front, you know, just click the button and you can filter all this item right over here. And you know how to do the calculation and how to do the deduct calculation. You've done that thing. We have calculated how to do this dead stock, how many days the merchandise you didn't sell. Just punch over here and just click the dead stock. You know how the dead stock is in the store. And we have talked about replace and inventories, plus inventory, minus inventory. And I just want to go through with you again also that thing. Suppose you have count this thing and there is a 4 pieces of this. Then you went to some other place and you found, oh, there's a 2 more piece left. So, but you don't know how much was in the front. The system know how much is in the front. So you can just select, and this become add inventory, and you can just click 2 and just update inventory. So now it's not going to replace with 2. It's become 6 after that thing. It's become 6. Well, this one, yeah, there is a 1 in the front, and you found out there is 5 more on the back. Just put 5. Update. As soon as you do update, the 5 will add to 1 and become 6. Okay, and just assume that by mistake you figured out it was not a 6, it's like 4 pieces. So you can say do 2 and you click it over here, minus inventory, and you click this update again. So this become minus 2 from here, and this become 4 after that thing. And this replace means whatever you put 5 unit, it will replace 4, will become 5 at the same time. So that's the way you're going to select and replace the item from here. Okay, so select and replace, and okay, the last thing is the replace the location. Now there's sometimes you don't see a location, right? Like for example, vendor. Oh, that mistake. Okay, I can just say door number W01, done, and I click the location. So all the W01 come right over here. There is nothing to worry about that thing. And if I say vendor, like Pepsi, PEP, done, and if you click over here vendor, now you can see that thing, this does not have a location. So it's like tough to find the location over here because this is very close to each other. Excuse me. So what you do is that you can just go over there and you can just say copy the location. As soon as you copy the location, this location will come right over here. See, the location comes over here. Now you can go to the new location and just say replace the location, which is this. This location will become right over there. So that's the way you copy and replace the location. Like this is, just assume these are close to each other. This is 1 liter, 1 liter, 1 liter. I don't know. I mean, if there's some item that, okay, not this one. The location is not there, but this is close to this place. So you can put the same location over here. It doesn't make any difference because the same vault, same shelf, only the item is going to be replaced, but no big deal. So you can go there and you can just say copy the location. So this location is copy over here. You can go there and you can say replace it. So this location comes over there. So that's the way to copy and replace the location. But obviously I'm going very fast, but definitely when we do the practical, you will really understand the whole thing, how everything works over here step by step. And it's already like a 24-minute on this session. Okay, that's the end of the session.